What's up, YouTube? Deadpool2323, and that is not a lie. I'm here with artist Adam Hughes.
Hey.
Sir, it is an honor to interview you, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm a huge fan.
Absolutely not a problem. It's all part of life here at MegaCon 2017.
Appreciate it. My first question is, do you collect, and if you collect, what's your prized possession in your collection?
I do collect. I love 1/6 scale action figures. I accidentally collect artwork. I have a Captain America art collection and an Obi-Wan Kenobi art collection, which I did not intend to start, but I looked on my wall and I said, oh, I guess I like those things. But the prize possession in my collection is I have from ILM a screen-used prop from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
That is awesome. Wow, that's really cool. What's the prop, if you don't mind me asking?
It's a model of the Ford Tri-Motor, the Lauche Air Freight from the beginning of the film, and it comes with a letter from ILM saying it was screen used, which I doubt because the model's about this big, and the model that they used in the film that they used for blue screen shots and then crashed practically into the side of a miniature mountain had a 3-foot wingspan with practical spin propellers. I think this was a production maquette that they made to show to like Lucas and Spielberg and the producers to approve the sort of like delivery of the Lauche Air Freight, but it's actually from ILM and it's got a letter of provenance, and I've got something from an Indiana Jones film, so I'm super happy.
That's cool. That is awesome. Who is your biggest artist influence?
Probably my biggest artist influence might be Norman Rockwell, the great American illustrator. I've got a lot of favorite artists, but the Rockwell sensibilities of humor through character in a single image really is what gets channeled into my art a lot.
You know, that is just a fantastic answer. I'm sorry to go off a little bit here, but I'm a huge Americana fan growing up in a small town, so that was just that answer was awesome.
I have one good answer in me, and that's probably it.
Who's your favorite character to draw?
Man, it depends on what side of the bed I rolled out of that morning. It depends on just what I'm feeling that day. You know, like if it's Halloween, it's Hellboy. If it's the middle of the night, it's Catwoman. You know, if it's the 4th of July, it's Captain America. I don't know if I have an actual favorite.
That's cool. What do you have a favorite cover that you've ever done, and a favorite cover that someone else has ever done?
A favorite cover that I've ever done, probably the Legion of Superheroes 23 cover with Supergirl and Meteor.
Yeah.
Because that just, everything about that worked the way I saw it in my head, which never happens. And it's one of the only pieces I've ever done where when I look at it, I don't wish, ooh, when I get home, I'm going to open up Photoshop and tweak it a little bit more. That's one piece where I go, I actually finished that, and I finished it to my own satisfaction. Now, my personal favorite comic book cover is the cover to Hansi, the Girl Who Loved the Swastika from the 1970s. Look it up on the internet, kids. Hansi, Hansi. It's, even if you're not a politically correct, predisposed person, the cover to this comic will fire your righteous outrage. And when you read it, it's actually a Spire Christian Comics comic book, which was an Archie brand back in the 70s. And it's all about this little German girl who grows up during Nazi Germany, and you know, she's like a little Swiss Miss Heidi kind of a character, and she's terrified of when the gum-chewing Americans are going to show up because they're all Nazi, they're all gangsters, and they're going to mow us down. And the Americans show up and spread the word of Christ.
That's cool.
It's a Christian comic book. It's got more swastikas on it. It's got Hansi. It's got Hitler. It's got thousands of people doing the German salute, and it's drawn by a guy named Al Hartley, And I loathe political correctness in all of its forms because I think I think controlling speech is controlling thought. And this cover is so toxic because it's a Christian comic book. It's actually meant to spread a positive message. But it was made in a time before political correctness when you could have Nazis in comic books. And when you look at it, you sit there and go, oh my. And it's a sweet drawing. Hansi is an adorable little girl yodeling her way through the Alps.
I'm gonna look that up.
Swastikas everywhere. It's hysterical. Please look it up. If I could have one piece of original comic art, I think I'd love to have that, the original artwork to that, because it's just so unintentionally subversive.
That's cool. And the last question I have is, do you watch anything comic book related on YouTube? And if you do, what are your favorite channels?
Wow, that is a real Sophie's choice, because if I had a gun and I had to choose between Deadpool2323 or Gizmo17 or The Walking Jedi, I would probably just put the barrel in my own mouth and take my life for the good of the land. I couldn't choose between those.
Well, thank you very much. You've been awesome. I love it. Have a wonderful day. Please keep drawing because we're going to keep buying.
Thank you.